Hey everybody, DIY Dad coming at you today. And today we're going to do some basic conversating about the absolute necessities of spa maintenance. And what I mean by that is, your hot tub, your spa, whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of chemicals out there and you can be a little bit overwhelming. Like, hey, what do I actually need? What do we want to use? I keep all of my stuff. You've probably seen in other videos. I've got an egg crate that I keep all of my stuff together and it's handy. We've had our hot tub now for 10 years. And so I've been through a lot of different items and things. And I thought today would be helpful to talk about what I'm going to call really my 5 necessities of spa maintenance, if you will. This is my opinion. People may differ a little bit, but these are the ones that I find myself using all the time or most consistently. I can almost break it down into 3, maybe 4, but I really decided to go with 5 to kind of show you. You'll notice too, this is my personal preference. I use Aquadoc products. I love that they're made in America. They have amazing customer service. Anytime I've had a question, they're very helpful to me. So all of my products come from Aquadoc. You can find them online. I like that they have the QR code on the stuff. You can scan them, you can read and learn about them. But these are the 5 that I would go with. And my top 5 are bromine tablets, chlorine-free shock, alkalinity booster, pH increaser, and pH decreaser. Now, there's a reason for all of these. I threw my little pool strips. You don't have to have spa strips, but test strips are a must, so you can check your water and see where you're on or off. There's nothing fancy about the test strips. Get the ones that are cheapest or the ones that you like, you're comfortable with, and keep those handy. But these products are the ones that I use probably the most, which would be your bromine tablets, or chlorine tablets, and your chlorine-free shock. These are basically what you're going to use on the regular to keep your spa from getting icky, getting sticky, getting that bacteria growth. The chlorine, the bromine is what helps kill that stuff. And of course, the shock is what helps clear it out. And so these are the 2 that you're probably going to use the most, but equally important, especially when we're talking. It's a little different for a pool than it is for a spa. You really want that water to feel nice. And so your alkalinity booster is very helpful because that has to do with how harsh that water feels to you. The same is true with the pH increase and decrease. So using those test strips, you're going to find that when your pH is out of whack, whether it's too high or too low, your water just doesn't feel right. And so bringing it up or down is really important. These 5 items are what you're going to use by and large the most. I do have some other items that I keep on hand that are helpful that I do use. Metal prevent. Some of your hot tubs can get some harsh metals that build up in them over time. Again, we've had ours for a long time, so I do keep that on hand. A natural enzyme also has to do with the health of the water. I like it. We use it not as much as the top 5, but we do also use that. Water clarifier is one that I could probably put in the top 6 if I was going to use it. This one helps keep your hot tub, it does what it says. It clears that water up. Sometimes you get that cloudy look to your water, and I'll throw this clarifier in, boom, and it clears it right up. And then this one is an interesting one. It probably has to do with really more what kind of water you have coming out of your tap that you're filling up, but water defoamer. I don't typically have a huge issue with foam in my hot tub, but I do have friends that do. And so some people use the defoamer a lot. I've been fortunate. Ours is typically, we maintain it a lot. It's in balance, and our water, it has just been the right kind of water. I don't know. I'll say I'm not not going to dive into the specifics of your water breakdown, but some folks use the water defoamer a lot. I've been pretty fortunate. I do keep it on hand because sometimes it'll get a little foamy, but really those are the products that I use on a regular basis, or at least that I keep on hand. But your big 5, by and large, are going to be the ones that I started with. I could almost call it the big 2 with your chlorine and your bromine. Your chlorine-free shock or your bromine. But keeping that water and the way it feels is really important. So the alkalinity is important along with the pH up and down. And you really need both of those because you never know which way you're going to need to move that. So if I were to give anyone a piece of advice for DIY maintenance of your hot tub, it's to keep these 5 on hand for all necessities. And again, my little hack is I like to use them, keep them all in the egg carton, and keep them handy. Again, I'm a big advocate of Aquadoc. I love that they're very helpful. I love the QR code. They have good products made in the United States, which I dig. and I use these on a regular basis. I hope that helps you, because there is a lot of information to know about maintaining a spa, but it doesn't have to be overly complicated. AquaDoc helps me with that a lot, or at least helped me a lot in my earlier days trying to figure it out. Now that I've got it down, that's where I get my products. Hope this helps you, and keep in mind, DIY your spa. You can take care of these things yourself. It just takes a little bit of education and learning. Once you got it down, you can handle it.